On the path to realize the pure truth, at this stage, you have to identify the illusory you in every thought that you receive. Whichever thought you receive, it is you. When you see a book, the book is the mind consciousness, the vijnana. Therefore, the illusory you is in it. The book is you. You have to be aware of yourself in the thought. If you see a book, the book is you. The mind consciousness gives you an illusory you in every thought. The way to be aware of yourself in a thought is, if you see a book, realize that the book is you. If you give a value to that book, and if you think that you want to have that book, that is you there. This is known as drushtiya. Drushtiya means a false belief. The feeling of I am experienced the book and that I exist at this moment and I see the book in front of me, taking me to be true, is called Sakkaya Dittiya. In other words, the feeling of I am alive and I am experiencing this is called Sakkaya Dittiya. There is a very subtle angle through which this forming of I-ness should be observed. It is not easy. The Buddha said to observe the forming of the illusory self in a thought is more difficult than splitting a single hair of a horse into 100 strands by a clever art. The Buddha also said that to detect the self in a thought is not easy. He said that it is like trying to see a rainbow through a dewdrop that is hanging at the end of a blade of grass. What the Buddha says is to recognize how the self is formed in a thought, which comes as a stimulus. We look at everything by attaching ourselves to it. But if you can use the book with an awareness and without the delusion that you are using it, that is wisdom. Also, if you can be aware that the thought of a book arose and then after that the thought of a big ball arose, that is wisdom. Try to use things without the concept of me and mine. This is also called Prabhashvaraya or purity. Within that awareness, within that purity, there is no self or person. This awareness together with the Yathabhuta understanding allows you to develop wisdom. Like how we know that the images in the mirror are not real, we should also realize that what we see is also not real. This is wisdom. When we look at the mirror, we need not even look twice at it to see if the images on it are real or not. We know that there is nothing in it. The same way, when we see things in this world, we should know that there is nothing in them. In the same way, we have to come to a realization that there is a seeing, but there is nobody, no person there. It is not me who sees it, it is just a seeing. That should be the angle through which you should maintain your awareness. If you enjoy some good food, be aware that you are formed in that moment of savoring. When you react to the taste in a negative way, again, you are formed at that point too. But if you see that there is nobody there, that there is no person there, and if you are aware that what you see is only sound and color, there is no thing there, that is wisdom. Teron Sanai, everybody.
Teruan Sarnai Shani, Teruan Sarnai all the my friends. This is Buddothpado English Zoom discussion. In this forum, we discussed continuously the pure Buddhism, how you understand the reality of you and the reality of the world. When did you create your mind bubble? And how long have you been interacting with it? Who created it? So we are living in an illusion. Is it true or not? This is what we are discussing here. What is this life? Who am I? Where am I? Let's discuss. Dear Dharma friends, we cordially invite all our Dharma friends to join this forum. So first, we would like to invite Dr. Kokila to start the discussion. Thiruvan Sarnai, Dr. Kokila.
Everyone, we'll pay homage to Aryan Hanse and start the discussion. Here again, we are talking about non-self angle, which is very difficult. According to Lord Buddha, also it is kind of rare occurrence to get this angle as an experience. I mean, as a science, as a something, as a knowledge, it is common. Nowadays we hate kind of a lot. But still to experience that is a kind of the challenge, and to experience that you need to understand Dharma properly, and we have to understand how these thoughts are produced and how we kind of gradually trusted all our systems, and not trusted in the sense they became a reality to us, and the whole thing around us is a reality to us. Are we saying it's not a reality? No, it is a reality. You can see, you can hear, you can you can feel stuff, you can think. Yes, but are you? That's the thing. Are you? Because you can think. Are you thinking? So when we question that, who is thinking? There's nothing like that. It's just occurrence of thoughts that happens, and because it happens so fast, we feel like that it exists, and that power, when that happens, that power is makes us to believe that there is someone. We feel as there is someone. So it's really important to discuss this. I mean, we do discuss this every day. We do discuss this in every angle, and Shani was reading part of the book. If Sudharma can add something according to the book, it would be good. Reiterating what is in the book again.
Teruvan Saranai, Dr. Kokila. Teruvan Saranai, all Dhamma friends. Again, let's pay our homage at Buddothpado Aryan Wahanse's feet. Um, yes, Dr. Kokila, when you started with this, when you said every day we talk about self-vibration, this non-soul angle, what telepathized into me was like, yes, that's why uh, these 84,000 Dhamma discourses uh, that we believe that actually it is not a secret or not a surprise, because it is so hard for us to understand is not the proper word, I think, to realize that there is no self. Now Aryan Mahanse himself has completed more than 10,000 sermons to open eyes, and all these Zoom discussions and your contribution, Ms. Asanti's contribution, and all those senior practitioners every day. What you point out is actually we can't try to experience this, but please try to understand the basics, then gradually this wisdom will naturally arise, and let go of all these desire or the need or your attempts to understand or realize this nibbana, or to yesterday you were explaining how much people try to uh, come to terms with this feel. So it is again, although it is a condition that we cannot define or we cannot have any mental image, ignorantly we have a mental image of the field, Nibbana, and all those four status of mind, or not mind, status of the thought. I mean, the levels of realization, not the mind, four levels of realization until one reaches Nibbana. Yes, Dr. Kokila. So the first example mentioned in the book was seeing the book. When the eye faculty perceives some shape, even this shape is we cannot call it a shape also. Shape also is ignorant. Some the mixture of light, even these colors are also different, different, we can say, formations of light. And by nowadays what Aryan Mahanse explains is there is nothing called light and sound also. However, when we perceive something, the book, the label automatically arises. The thing is, this label does not come as a label. With that, the texture of the book, the paper, and if you have smelled the book as children, uh, we smell these new books pages. That smell, even if you have put your tongue on a book, that feeling, then the touch feeling. So the word, although no one pronounces the word, that the book, the word comes as a sound, internal sound. So this uh, this come together, merge and come, and at once we recognize, oh, it's a book. The thing is, the person who sees the book is there, and with the book, that subtle need to keep the book also arises. So when we analyze this carefully, what happens is, why we go find it very difficult to feel that there is no duality, according to the level that I understand, is we, however much you all say, Dr. Kokila, these sensory faculties, even they are non-existent. They are not there. They are not your body. We still have subtle feeling, subtle image. Okay, ear is not the muscular ear, but something that sparking happens somewhere. This eye faculty, okay, when that vibrations meet or come together, that we assign a place. We that although it happens due to ignorance, some naturally, some okay, something, nothing else is there. Even the book is not there, but that spark is there. That kind of inner knowing is there. So we are unable to see the reality.
Actually, I
Yeah,
think we
yeah,
should change the way
yeah,
you describe it, because the way you
yeah.
describe it is again the way you
Self-anger.
see it. Yeah, the way we see it every day. No, that's not the way
Yeah,
that we should be. I think if we change it in a way that
yes,
we have actually never seen the book at all.
yes,
We have never seen a book at all. So it's like a perception in the mind that we thought as we saw a book. We have never touched a book. We have never read a book. We have never licked a book. We have never sensed a book, like smelled a book. Yeah, but we feel that we did everything with a book, but that's kind of we don't have a experience of outside, but we feel it as that we have an experience with outside because the projection is towards outside. That's okay. We just understand this. This is kind of Vidya Udapadi, like kind of Aloka Udapadi, kind of it's a understanding that we do with the help of truth. We understand that actually we have no experience of outside in that way. Kind of we haven't never experienced a book, but there are like specific senses we do have. What are the senses we do have is kind of there's a eye, there's a ear, there's a nose, there's a even these things. When you say the way we describe, we have to be careful. Actually, when we say we have an ear, that's again another thought, because the experience itself, there's no ear. Experience itself, there's no ear. But later when we think about it, we say, I heard to my ears someone was gossiping about someone. Don't we say that? Matta
exactly.
mage kanatama ahuna. I
Yes,
heard to my definite ears that I heard someone else gossiping about someone else. So
yes,
we say that we have ears and we heard something. So that's the kind of way that we interpret everything. But actually, there's nothing called ear even, because what happens here is the vibration itself is the only thing that happens. And that's
exactly.
where we keep understanding that that's only a vibration of a sensory organ. That is all. If we keep understanding this, actually, there's no outside or inside, because it's the only thing that happened was vibration of the ear, and we interpreted in such a way that I heard it or my ears heard it. I mean, in that way also you can get another thought. I can definitely say my ears heard it. And someone might say, මගේ ඇස් දෙකටම දැක්කා. I saw it in my own eyes. You know, like you can't say it is no because I saw it. Yeah, true. You saw something. Yes, it's okay. But we are not trying to demarcate what you saw and what you didn't see. What we are trying to say is any human being, um, the mind, the thought, of course, there is a kind of a thought which happens when all the sensory organs, the five sensory organs, vibrate simultaneously. There is another kind of another vibration which happens, which is the book. But then we feel it as existent. We feel that is real. That is where that power is happening. But if we don't take it as real, the power gets very weak. But still, there's another catch there, because you feel as the light, you kind of, if someone has actually understood this thought part, it should be understood thoroughly, because it understood word is also not true, because understanding can be, literally like our knowledge, we have that 2 into 2 is 4. But what I'm trying to say is, if you kind of feel that actually, yes, then none of these things are true, they are like just perceptions of the mind. But why do we feel it as existent? Because the mind works so fast. What is mind again? There's nothing called mind. It is just the occurrence of the stimuli, like this, just the occurrence of the thoughts. So that happens so fast. We feel like we are living in a fantasy world. That's our fantasy world, basically. Kind of, I'm inside a room. But that's not the problem. So you have to understand, even an arahant is, if an arahant has not been sick enough to lose all the memory will be there. You will know that this is inside a room. An arahant might not say, I am actually not inside the room. No, they don't say that. But what basically happens is, we keep understanding that this is what is happening. Like the sensory organs, when they work simultaneously, the problem is already happening. But we understand that that is the only thing that happened, nothing else. Because when we feel as something is there, we definitely have a long story. Remember, like imagine about a necklace. There is a necklace. Imagine you are like 12-year-old or 14-year-old. There is a necklace, and then mother tells you, please take that. I don't need it anymore. Please take that. And you take that and you have it. And then you are now about 50 or whatever. And then you will be like, you will be giving it to someone, say, this is very precious. This was given to me by my mother. And you have it. I don't need it. I don't have any, craving anymore. I listen to Aryan Hanse's Dhamma also. I'm giving it to you. That's all right. I mean, that's all right. No problem. But what I'm trying to say is, this whole scenario, is that true? No, that's not true either. That's the thing, that like we can say, oh yeah, my craving has so gone down so much. I can give everything now. My house is somebody else's. I don't have any lands. I don't have I have like a cloth and I don't have much. I just have to go to a monastery and live now. Yes, that's fine. That's beautiful. But what I'm trying to say is, all the perceptions can be still there, which is kind of you feel as real. That is where the self-perception will be tricking you. So the self-perception is there when you feel that something is real. So this matters to even Dhamma. So when we hear Dhamma, we kind of transfer our interest to Dhamma, and suddenly we have like an idea, yes, I have to get this, I have to understand this, I have to, attain something, I have to, maybe I have attained already, maybe I attain the next level, maybe, I will not be born again, or will I be born again? So many questions. So do you understand those thoughts? Even those thoughts are in that same dream, same fantasy world. That is what is most important. No other teacher. I mean, I have heard so many kind of philosophies a lot, like listening to a lot of people around the globe. No other teacher actually explains much about this mind being not true, even the Dhamma, dropping Dhamma in that concept. No one actually can explain it into that far because they are scared to drop Dhamma. They might think, no, if I drop it, I may not be achieving anything, because letting go is such a difficult thing that we don't know. So that's the thing, that the we have never experienced a book anyway. I mean, whatever we experience, we have never experienced a book. We understand that book is just a mental perception, mental construct. Any mental construct is not there. I hope I'm clear about that. Any mental construct is just a mental construct only. It is actually not there. Is it clear?
Very clear, Dr. Kokila. Teruvan Saranai for that beautiful explanation. And Dr. Kokila, in that very example of necklace, it's such a thought-provoking example because somebody, if you say I, so I may give it to someone as a mark of generosity. Now I have listened to them, so I don't have any craving, so on and so forth. But that giving, after giving that, I may experience more burning than the level of defilements I had having it in my wardrobe, because I may not, think about it or worry about it as long as it's there in the wardrobe. But after giving it, probably that thought, oh, in vain I made this, it was given by my mother, all thoughts, due to ignorance, may come. So what we do at physical level cannot be taken as proof of the for realizing Dhamma,
Nothing.
isn't it? Yeah,
Nothing.
Dr. Okay. Very beautiful way, the explanation you made. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but in the other sense, if someone has actually understood this Dhamma also, still, if even after understanding Dhamma also, still, if the mind level is still there, where there's, it's not outside, it's a mind perception, someone will actually get it properly, and then you will be feeling quite free in that sense. But still, your mind perception is felt as true. This is very, very important to understand. Though there is no kind of, actually, you might not feel like anything like that. You might be like, yeah, I gave it, and it doesn't matter now. Actually, you might feel really good about it and then let it go. But then the perception level is slightly different to the actual what you do. Perception level, there is, you might feel that it actually happened. Do you get the point? It actually, something actually happened, or happening, or will happen. Kind of that kind of knowing is there. That's the ignorance. So that is the thing that we keep understanding. No, this is the rapid vibration of the stimuli that happens, that we call mind. That is all that happened, nothing else happened. That's where we relax. We can't do anything other than relaxing, can we? We are not going to stop all these things that we do. We are not, because it's useless, whether we are going to keep that necklace, or whether we are going to give that necklace, or whether we are going to hide it under my mattress, or where can we keep otherwise, maybe in a bank, whatever. Maybe you don't even have a craving for that, but the sense that it is actually there is quite different to aversion, or the what is the word for that, like the light and the craving for that, like extreme craving for that. But there is a in the mind level, there is always that you feel it is happening here. That is again, if you understand that properly, then you let go. It doesn't matter. You know that you can't do anything about this, can you? Because this fast occurrence of your sensory organs will not stop until you die. But then what actually matters is understanding that this is how it is.
Yes. And very beautiful, Dr. Kokila. And again, it sheds light on this realization also, because actually, as you said, we can never give a necklace, or we can never wear a necklace. We only can have that perception. Similarly, like when you said we can never see a book, that same thing applies to all phenomena, isn't it?
Yeah, once you put the
Yeah,
necklace on, you might
yeah,
feel the coldness
yeah,
of
yeah,
the thing on the skin. But once you
yes.
go around the party, because you feel, see a lot of people, you are so engrossed with their, talking, and if someone points at you and says, "Oh wow, that's a beautiful necklace. Where did you buy that from?"
Mhm.
Then it goes to your, then it catches your attention. That's where it arises again. But unless otherwise, do you remember that you are wearing a cloth all the time or necklace all the
Not
time?
at
No.
all.
But then if you touch it, or if someone else touch it, or if someone else comment about it, then this thought arises again. And with all the value of that, yeah, I bought it from here. No, I didn't buy it. Actually, this is a present from my mother. And oh no, this is so much valuable thing to me. I love it. Or you might say, yeah. You might say that too. Yeah, thank you. You might just say that too. Because you actually maybe in a different world. You may be actually wanting to go to the toilet at that particular moment. You might be, oh yeah, thank you very much. And you might say, go to the toilet, because you are in a different world than looking at the discussing about the big thing about the necklace. So depends on what catches at that particular moment. So that is how six senses work. But because they work so fast, you can't even catch that the one particular stimuli happen at one particular moment, can we? We can't.
Not at all.
We are
Not
lost.
at all.
But then
Yeah.
when with Dhamma we realize this, we might not experience this. We might realize this first. It is so good to understand, and in such a way, none of these experiences are, even if it's a non-self experience, does is there a owner? There,
No,
no,
not
there's
at
no
all.
owner. There's no owner. So what happens is there are happenings. Yes, there is a self. There was a self vibration which manifested all the time, and suddenly when someone understands that there is no value in the stimuli in whatsoever level, whether it's the outside level, or whether it's the mind level, or whether it's the perception level in the basic sensory organ level, you understand, and nothing actually does matter. They just experiences. Yes, that's all that happens. So there's like experience. That's all. But what happened was, due to ignorance, we thought that experience happened to me. So that idea is gone first when you feel the non-self vibration, or non-self perception. But what is the important part is, when you keep understanding this, even the experiences are just experiences. Even what you feel, or we talk about the feel sometimes. With the feel, is it someone's feel? No, that's where Lord Buddha. So that's where Aranwanse, it says, if someone telepathizes into no self status, that's Buddha status. And that's no one's, we call it Buddha status. That's not the Lord Buddha, the person. That's just another status. And when we feel some kind of, whatever. Aran Wanse has told beautiful examples of these things, like you telepathize into kindness. That kindness is a kindness everywhere. That's not someone's kindness, someone's love. So that's the beauty of this. This goes on and on. The beauty goes on, but you don't get blinded by that beauty, because it's no one's beauty, no one's pleasure, no one's happiness. It's just there. And when the senses die, the flame, as Pahanani we here say, like the flame of the lamp goes away. The same thing, isn't it?
Kokila, yes, Dr. Kokila, very true and very convincing explanation you made about this. And yeah, when you talk about telepathizing into places, actually, when we spend time in a very calm, quiet, serene environment, naturally we end up like dissolving into that. I mean, at least in a temporary manner.
No, the
Maybe, yeah,
ignorance is feeling
yeah,
that it happened to your system.
yeah, yeah. Mm.
That's the ignorance part. Otherwise,
Ignorance.
it's all beauty. It's all the
Mm.
nature, everything. The ignorance part is the only part that is going by these discussions. Because
And this,
until your senses work, as far as your senses working, you not you, kind of these senses are going to produce an experience anyway. So the tranquility is also not anyone's tranquility.
mm, and the ignorance is, Dr. Kokila, now the birth of the sensory faculties also happens instantaneously. Like we cannot
Yes,
differentiate between seeing and the eye faculty and hearing and the ear faculty.
you don't
Ignorantly,
need to. If you
we
keep
yeah,
understanding this Dhamma, you
yeah.
don't need to do any of these things.
Hmm,
You just have to
hmm,
understand properly how actually this
hmm,
happened. That's Trividya, the
hmm.
understand how this manifestation blinded
Happen.
you,
Hmm.
how that blinded you, and next one is how this moment is, it's kind of
Yeah.
a thing that you
How
should feel, and then you know how much more to how much what kind of strong ego you
defilements are
have,
there?
defilements you
Yeah.
have. Yeah, so those are the three things. So but the each time we discuss about this, the actually what is happening is the clearing of the truth, satyajnana. It is what is happening,
Hmm.
because we have so many parts where that is not filled. Kind of we know here and there, sometimes it's not filled properly. And even if you are a person, some person has is we call it non-returner, even that there is a kind of ignorance. Until you some system becomes an arahant, there is ignorance. So there's nothing to like then you feel it. That's it. That's it. And until you get proper help from the noble friend, you might continue to be like that, and it can take a long time. It doesn't necessarily matter, but it's very important to clear the path all the time with the noble friend. And but the problem is sometimes we can't understand the message underneath. because we don't know how the noble friend is trying to give a message. He will shout, he might, tell nicely, he might tell it in a subtle way that he's telling it to like others, but in front of he's telling it to others. And there are different ways that the noble friend might use, because there are some systems which can be broken easily, so that you have to feel it and handle it in that way, so that that system will not be erased from the whole Dhamma, because the system felt uneasy with the noble friend. So there's so many pitfalls where people can fall into, because they might feel uneasy about the voice, they might feel uneasy about the tone, they might feel uneasy about the content, they might feel uneasy about the everything. But what I'm trying to say is, just drop all of them and just try to understand Dhamma, and then if you actually heard Lord Buddha's Dhamma, you will understand. One who you see Lord Buddha is one who sees Dhamma, and that's all. And when you say one who sees Dhamma is one who feels this no self-perception, or understand this how self-vibration is not appearing when the stimuli is not a thing. And this has to be experienced, and then Lord Buddha. Personally, no. You never know Lord Buddha personally. And because you can't experience the book, can you? You can't experience the necklace, can you? At the same time, you can't really experience the Lord Buddha, even if you are standing in front of him, but you can sense him. You can sense his Dhamma. You can become that non-vibration. And then, yes, you have seen Lord Buddha. We can use that word. We have felt Lord Buddha, yes, we can use that word. You have heard Lord Buddha, yes, you can use that word.
In the morning Zoom discussion, Dr. Kokila, when one lady asked about Aryan Mahanse, his appearance and all, like as a person, that's what I shared there also. Now we have seen Aryan Mahanse through Dhamma and through these meditation centers, and the people who work
Well,
there.
again,
Yes,
so Dharma, we might think that we have seen, but still we may haven't.
yes,
Until
yes.
you become the non-vibration, or kind of
Yes.
we might see the non-vibration for a fraction of a second, or you might feel it
Mm.
again and like that.
Mm.
But unless you become the non-vibration, you may not fully know our advance.
Yes, true, true. To
So that's
some level, yes.
that's the thing. So only an arahant will know an arahant, or only an arahant will know Lord Buddha, and that's it.
We have some understanding, isn't it, Dr. Gokila?
Yeah, we have an understanding. Yeah.
Miss Surangika, do you have any questions or anything to add? She's also there, Dr. Gokila, Miss Surangika.
That was a nice Dr. Kokila. Yeah, I think that last point that Dr. Kokila said was actually so Dhammam Passati, Somam Passati means actually back in the day when we didn't know the Dhamma, we thought the Somam Passati was actually, if you see the Dhamma, then we see the Buddha, meaning Buddha as a person. Of course, that has now been cleared by the Dhamma. There is no person, and that is what Aryan Mahanse says all the time. Don't look for a person behind this voice type of thing, because the Dhamma gives you access to the non-vibration. And if one realizes the Dhamma, one accesses actually, or one becomes, the vibration becomes a non-vibration, and that is what Buddha means, as we know. Buddha, the term itself has a different connotation and a meaning to the lay people, conventional world's connotation of what the Buddha means. It is there that they have always looked for a person, just like they look for a person in the Arahat and say that, the Arahat doesn't break a branch or break a branch in a tree, and the Arahat, got put into what you call it, so some tank with hot water and was boiled to death and all that. So, that terminology and the way of thinking is all that a person has been subjected to it, and a person is not breaking a branch, and a person is not doing certain precepts or rituals and things like that, always with a person. I mean, that was our understanding also back in the day, but thanks to the access to the true Dhamma, all those myths and misconceptions have been wiped away. But earlier, I think, to your initial question as well about the whole experience and the way things are, which Dr. Kokila explained, that is also again almost habitual, isn't it? Because that's what we've been used to do right from our childhood days, from the time that things have been taught to us and messages have been reinforced. This system has taken on not only facts and data and labels and names, it took on this whole I and ego and self-perception and the I, me, my concept as well. And however much we say that, we are attached to our parents, we are attached to that one, this one, and that, our lifelong goal has been XYZ, our lifelong, things that we have sacrificed for people, sacrificed for the family, so on and so forth. We say all these things, and we try to, we think that those things, that's the way we've devoted our life. We have been a good person to that person, this person. We have been a good person in the community, society, and all these things. But ultimately, what have we been doing? We have been fattening our own ego, isn't it? Fattening our own self-perception, because all these things are things that have been made up in the mind, which constitutes an identity and constitutes the me. It is the me who is the good mother. It is the me who is the good teacher. It is the me who is the good person in the temple. It is the me who takes the alms every Sunday to the temple. It is the me who, always gives the beggar on that particular corner of the street a lunch parcel. It is the me who is, and also to Dr. Kokila's point, finally, it is the me who is attaining nirvana. So all these points finally boils down to the fact that one realizes the Pupenivasānussati jnana and the Chuttapapata jnana, and then the Asavakkhaya jnana, through the Asavakkhaya jnana, that dissipation of the self-perception. Gradually one realizes that the I-ness that was there in whatever that we do, whether we are performing an obligation as a dutiful daughter, whether we are performing an obligation as a good teacher in the school towards our students, or anything like that, we are always trying to be that good person, or some kind of person, because we are trying to satisfy that thought. It is only the thought, isn't it? The thought is the thing that says that I have to be a good person, I have to be a good teacher. So ultimately, that is what we have been doing. We haven't been, because we've created these concepts, we have created these figures called parents, society, teachers, students, and so on. And towards them, we have the duality has been created, and towards them, there is the teacher. For the student, there is the teacher. For your son, there is the mother. For your parents, there is the dutiful daughter, and so on. So It is not the parents, it is the I that you have been catering to. It is the I that you have been satisfying. And through this Dhamma, that is the realization that we come to. And that is where R.N. Mahanse says that if one is not feeling the heaviness, the weight, the value attached to a particular moment, because all we have is this moment, and of course we know through the Dhamma that this moment is also not true. But in this moment, if that moment is of no value and you have no burning, then at that moment there is nirvana, because the I-ness has been eradicated. And how we experience this through our day-to-day things is that, wherever we feel as if we are getting stuck, worried and stressed, whether it is in a particular incident or some day-to-day other family matter, things like that, the heaviness, the value that one had attached to it, the worry and the stress, something that can perhaps keep you awake in the night, you will experience it yourself, isn't it? The experience is that those things are gradually ceasing to be of value. Because through the Dhamma, this whole self-perception, this whole concept, how this whole concept came about, the facade of this external reality, the existent field, and finally the self-perception breaks down. And that gradually breaking down is the eroding of the asrava, the taints. And that is the path. That is where we gradually see we are able to see through this whole misconception of this whole self-perception. And to Dr. Kopula's point, it can be really beautiful. I think we saw you at the monastery, the International Meditation Center, and all this, that whole experience. But essentially, the reality of the Dhamma is it is not I who's going and experiencing it. It is an experience, because it is an experience that as long as one has the sense faculties will have a certain experience. That's it. That's all. To get to that, it is not easy, but it is certainly possible as one progresses on the path. And certainly those kind of environments, that teaching, that guidance, and the help of other Dhamma friends are all very, very conducive to be able to get to that realization of the fact that this whole self-perception is non-existent. Yes, Dharma. There was some.
And I think I just want to add something. In the past, we used to like quickly join a Zoom, like very long ago. We used to tell, I don't know, once I felt this, I don't know, once I felt this, like such a, with an enthusiasm, we say that it's funny now, but it's not funny then. Then it was like really, like keen to say, I felt this and all that. But now you just keep understanding, that's yeah. What there's nothing important in that too, but we kind of go through all these stages, and we know, like in about the parents thing, we know that in Lord Buddha's time, actually before that, there was a person called Gatikara who actually understood Dhamma to that level that he was called an unreturner, and he looked after the blind parents without any problem. So we kind of know the example that you can continue to do all these good things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have burning into that. Yes, there is a part that is not resolved, but still, because they call about 10 fetters, there's only 5. and there's another 5 there. So we can see how important the whole path is. We can't just say like, you know, like, yeah, I understood this now, that's fine. Thank you, like that way. Just because you understood the outside is not there, it is the mind. You feel so happy about that. You feel feel contempt, like not contempt, so content, like okay with that, and just pause. But even for a non-returner, Lord Buddha said, you just came out from the pit of feces. You just go and have a wash because it's so smelly, isn't it? So yeah, it's a beautiful Dhamma though. I mean, the truth is out there. You just have to relax into that, and the more you look at in this non-soul angle, where we were trying to surface, because if you actually let if someone is letting go, you can't actually let go unless you know the truth. If there's something to let go, you haven't let go. Do you get the point? If you have something to let go, you haven't let it go. Means it's in the mind level.
Exactly.
Like the necklace. If you have let the necklace go, daughter, have this. I don't want it anymore. I'm so good now. I don't even need anything. But then that's kind of beautiful Dhamma it is. It goes deeper and deeper and more beautiful, more tranquility. There is no suffering in this path. If someone feels the suffering, talk to the noble friend. Join a Zoom discussion. There's about how many, 8 or 9 discussions, or I don't know, 9 or 10, I can't remember. But while he's there, it's such a beautiful thing for you can do while he's there. If you feel like you're suffering in the path, that can't be, and that can't be the path then. So you have to talk with him and see but if you feel that day by day your defilements are getting weaker and weaker, and you keep understanding Dhamma with the help of the noble friend, you will feel the tranquility more and more. The feel will be there. You don't have to cultivate the feel. It's actually when the mind gets weaker. That's what I told Surangika yesterday. If you keep understanding that the mind has no big power, mind is just another sensory organ, you just let go. What can you do? You can't do anything. It will be there anyway until you die. So you just let go, and the feel will be there anyway. So it surfaces. It's not you're like taking it out from a box. It's just there. You just have to break the box, then it is there. Likewise. Yeah. Anything else?
Thank you very much again for both of your explanations. Yes, we cannot make a journey towards Nibbana or make attempt towards that. We have to it might happen or may not happen or whatever. We have to know the message from Kalyana Mitra, and then even what she was yesterday. She was highlighting, Miss Asanti, just know it and then forget and relax, because there was silent meditation. You have to get rid of everything, Dhamma, all meditation, types of meditation, and just be silent. So that experience was also there. Uh, and Dr. Kokila, in the next part that Shani read, Aryan Hanse quotes a beautiful example. I think it's very nice, because it is said that when you look at the reflections on the mirror, you never look at it twice to see that whether they are real or unreal. But when you look at other, stuff surroundings, the things are real. So if when you understand this concept that they are just manifestations of the sensory organs, sensory faculties, the person will see, not deliberately, will see the other stuff in the so-called environment as the things that falls on the mirror. So you can.
I didn't get it
Yeah.
actually. What I didn't
But
actually understand that bit.
right, it's Dr. Kokila. When certain reflections, images falls on a mirror, we at once know now maybe
Oh yeah,
in front of
okay.
the mirror there are
Yeah.
stuff, but yeah, we never see. Look at, okay, is there a
But
bed
if a
there? Yeah,
monkey looks at it, monkey or the birds, usually
yeah.
they misunderstand. The monkeys misunderstand, but we don't. Yeah, we know that it's a mirror. Yeah, yeah. So after that,
Why can't you? Not why can't you? The reality is everything else is like the
it's
reflections
similar.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I told. I don't know whether you remember. As a child, we began to look at the world in such a way, and once you get the no self perception, what happens is the whole that self perception is getting replaced by the non self perception. It keeps replacing, and the arahant is you become the non self perception. Like what happened to the child was okay, he didn't know anything much, but he had the taints, but he didn't know anything much. But then once the mind forms, it becomes the norm, it becomes the self perception became the normal. But then once you hear Dhamma and you actually feel this for a moment, the no self perception, then that's going to be your new normal, and it is going to actually it will be the power after that, and with time, with help of noble friend, it is going to be the thing. Nothing is going to change though. Your sensory organs will work like similar. You will be going from temple to tell Dhamma or whatever, Zoom meetings or whatever. But what happens is the child to adult, what happened was the self-perception which grew into self-view. Now self-view gets shattered when you have the non-self-perception at least once. And then with that shattering, the whole world is shaken, that particular moment. And then this non-self perception starts to work. Kind of it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And what we call an arahant when that is the normal thing. So there's no place for the self-perception at all. At all. But the sensory organs will continue to work. Yes, Rangika. Are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get that part, Dr. Gopala.
You didn't get that part?
No, I wasn't.
Yes, Sudharma.
Sorry, I think I got distracted for a moment, Dr. Gopala. Didn't get that
Yeah,
part.
Dr. Kokila, actually, in that ignorant world, people had peace. I mean, in a way, they were happy. They didn't know that they are in the self-view or self-perception, including us. That's why Aryan Hansa says, now you all have got this Nivan Pisu and you have lost your peace and kind of that peaceful life you had. Isn't it now self-perception, this knowledge? I mean, at the very beginning, it it was completely new because we didn't know that we had it even know everything was real. We were happy, we were trying to accumulate. Now when we know, it's like a backward journey or something because because we were going with the current and now going against the current. So that's what you were trying to explain, this self perception, isn't it, Dr. Kokila? In the
Yeah.
childhood, yeah.
Yeah, it's very important to understand that what happened to the baby, what happened to the child, how the self-perception became the self-view. because this is a reversal. If you are to understand the reversal, you have to understand how it happened. And what happens with the stream enterer is you feel this non-self perception, and then that is going to manifest again, and then the whole self-perception will be replaced fully by non-self perception. So the self vibration will cease to actually do anything, because it's a emptiness. That is the emptiness we call it. Nothing about the other emptinesses. Emptiness is here without that self perception and the self vibration. The emptiness is that, not about the emptiness in the outside. If
Yeah,
you're
that's
looking for emptiness outside, you are actually not understanding this Dhamma. So it's very interesting to understand how baby and then child to, year 12, and then a young adult who marries and have kids and then go on and on, how this self-perception became the normal and then went in to have a self-view with a strong, very strong self-view. Some people it can be not that strong. Some people it will be very strong. But when you hear them, what happens is this keep changing, this keep shaken, and then once in a particular moment you might feel the non-self perception, and that shatters your whole system, and that actually is going to manifest again, and that is the whole system will get replaced by the non-self perception. That is actually the absence of self vibration. And it's such a beautiful thing. Yes, Ranika.
I think that's where Arimat said, there's a term saying Nisatto Nijjivo Sunyo, isn't it, Dr. Gokhale?
Yeah. But in the past, we used to think like, maybe it is, we never understood these things.
Mm.
Now it is getting more clearer and clearer. I don't say that it is been cleared fully, but it is getting more clearer and clearer, vividly clearer. What happens here, and you can't do anything.
Mm.
There's a moment you will understand that you can't do anything. That is where you will relax. And that is what is not happening to a lot of us. Once you understand that you can't do anything, only you will stop doing everything. You will keep doing your work. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this, you can't manifest non-self perception by force, because it has nothing to do with the force, because the force is self-perception, or force is self-vibration. So two can't live together. Self-vibration. Yeah. That's where actually
It's
this
like oil and water, isn't it?
yeah.
They
So
won't mingle.
then like we call it self, the stream enterer. That particular moment you don't feel the self perception. After that you feel it.
Yeah, back in the same boat.
Again you might feel this non-self perception, and again you go back to it. But the levels are different. That's all this about all this stream enterer, the one enterer, or what is it? One centerer or
Something
non-enterer,
like
and all
that.
these things.
Once returner,
Once
Once
tendency.
return.
return. That's right.
Yeah, that's where all these descriptions are, because you just that's where Lord Buddha went and asked on the Thero that whether it is static, and he said no, it's not static. That means he hasn't attained the. It is not always there. May have appeared once or twice or three times, but it's not always there. And Lord Buddha says, yeah, it happened to me too. And he says a few things about that. So it's such a beautiful Dhamma this is, and I keep telling that every day.
What
Yeah,
is that word? What do you know what Obase is in English, Dr. Gokula? I can't
I
remember.
never knew. I never knew. I don't know.
Because I think in that same sutra, Upakilesa Sutra, isn't it, where they say Rupada, when you leave the Rupa Darshana and then the Obasya arises. So that I don't know whether you know what that is. Rupa Darshana
Then
must be the
what
form
your
world.
explanation, then it's formless, isn't it, Miss Suramika?
Yeah, but
Rupa Darshana
I
must be
think
form world, isn't it? Yeah.
Rupa is form, that should be
formless.
formless, yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
what she's asking is there a specific word for that, Obase, or just
It's Pali anyway, so I think there maybe if we try and get to know exactly the exact
I
word
think
I
that
think
we are
Obasya
so.
must
going
be
with the,
non-perception.
since it is a
Mm,
non-perception,
must be
animitta,
because, yeah.
that's animitta, non-perception maybe same,
Animitta
like
is at the end.
uh, non-perception. Obasya from this revolutionary, this groundbreaking sermons,
One
Andolana
vibration, one vibration.
they talked about Obasya. I think it's the path, isn't it? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
sure.
I think the one vibration status
Yeah. Mm.
where someone has understood that
And
all the forms are forms only. Then it comes to the one
mm,
vibration. Yeah.
and it's interesting to know that it's not the gifted children in the school that always like realize this first, because maybe the most careless, irresponsible, they have the less strong or very weak self vibration, probably. So that was also something that we came to know, no, always otherwise the smartest ones, the brightest or the gifted children, this is not a part like that, no. Maybe when it comes to wisdom and knowledge are two different aspects, so that the careless boisterous one may be the uh, wisest.
Yeah, we never know.
Yeah.
It is very difficult to say exactly to any of these things because Lord Buddha was the we can't even compare, uncomparable. So it's and he had all the qualities. He was the best kind of thing. So it's very difficult to like say anything like that. But it does matter. What does matter is how much low the self vibration is. Like you can imagine someone is like like very greedy about things and trying to kill people for achieving something. You can normally understand that it's such a great thing, but the Lord Buddha even shattered that thing because Angulimala, after doing all that, but his perception was different. His perception was different, but still again to achieve something, yes. And then what did he understand? He understood that yes, what he understood was actually this moment thing. This moment thing. That's actually one of the Trividyas. This is such a beautiful Dhamma. This is where you keep understanding things that this moment didn't have anything to do with any of the things that the previous stimuli. This is a new stimuli. We can telepathize into something, yes. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is the old one. This is a new one.
Thiruvan Saranai, Dr. Kokila, we have reached
Yeah.
it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll hand over the Zoom discussion to 4 o'clock Zoom. Actually, I thank Shani for reading the book and Mr. Bernard for giving the summary, and also our Dhamma friends who join every day, otherwise it becomes really boring, and making it so interesting and so lovely so that we can actually transmit this vibration, the effect of this Dhamma to everyone. We worship Aran Vanse. We don't worship Aran Vanse as a person, actually we worship Aran Vanse. So beautiful Dhamma, and yes, we worship non-vibration actually in that sense, but we can't really say that. So thank you everyone. We'll talk tomorrow. Therwan
Therwan
Saranai.
Saranai, Dr. Kokila.
Therwan
Therwan Saranai, Lalpa, and all of you. Worship Aran Vanse. Therwan Saranai.
Hearing. Today also you hearing. It's okay. It's good. It's worth. Yeah. But this hearing is the knowledge is coming. You know this is after. What is happened here? Someone asking, you can answer it. But this thinking is a knowledge. Thinking is not real. So this knowledge, you want knowledge, yes. You want first you want to know what happened here. You want to know the truth. So that is why it's a Buddha's time also, 2005 days ago also, they find the truth. What happened here? What is the death? What is the birth? What is the living? Living. And I feel, how is coming this? How is the senses of creations? So senses of creations is sense of creation is the effort is this your world. What's your world? Your world have everything, no? Chair, table, mother, father, everything, sun, moon, mango tree, and the variety of trees. But this this Dhamma, someone don't know this Dhamma. So people, you also, everybody have this experience. Is sometimes coming is dislike, sometimes coming ill will, hatred, raga, and this is Buddha's word is a moha. Raga, this moha. So raga, this is the always continuing. Moha is avidya. You don't know the truth, you are in moha. What is this? This very word. This the Four Noble Truths we discussed before. So, right vision, right thoughts, right speech, right action, right livelihood. So, right effort. What is this effort? Is sammavaya. Right mind, mindfulness. What is this? Sammavayama, samma sati, samma samadhi. That's awareness is here. So right consciousness is the final effect. It's a nothingness. It's not no anything is there. It's your mind ending. What's the mind is normally working, but not powers. That is time. So varna samvedi, varna pati samvedi. Yeah, that's a so what is varna? Varna is colors. How is colors is coming? Eye creations. Color is a sound only. Yeah, that is why it's the baby's kindergarten time. Given the sound, everything. But teacher showing the picture, and this is very interesting. How is this thoughts value is coming? We explained this a few days ago. How is this alive feel is coming? How is this value is coming? Without value, without this feel, normally, what's your life? What's your life is time? You don't know the truth. You don't know what happened here. So normally, people thinking they have everything is happened to him, but someone understood this Dhamma. Everything is happening. Only incident. Nothing happened to anybody. That is the very worth, I think. So this right vision is the main part of this Noble Eightfold Path is dependent origination. But the special part is the first one is a cause and effect. What is the cause is you won't do something. That's what is the effect is, yeah. That is the effect, yeah. Cause and effect is the very worth, I think. So it's not easy because you don't understand. First is everything is coming knowledge. Otherwise knowledge is not a truth. Knowledge can be changed, but you know this truth, not any change happening anywhere. It's one way. Buddha telling this ekainamaggo bhikkhave. What the meaning is? Bhikkhave is a bhikshu. Is a ekainamaggo ayam bhikkhave is one way to the Nibbana, no any other ways. That is why ekainamaggo. So it feel that wisdom guys. What is the wisdom guys? Is someone know this our thoughts are not real. It's an illusion. We are living in our mind. We are thinking everything. So this want to be verified, very clear. But it's not clear. Somebody is going speedily, other points starting. But it's not bad. We are not talking about anything. But it's not real. It's not original. So what is the real? What is the original? You see, you. Who are you? You sometimes how you understood. So most of people have ego. That's ego is given pictures. That's given that's ideas, pictures. So someone is believe in these thoughts, mind. That is the sadness thing, because something can be happen. But someone understood this first. So example, someone is understand they know, he know how dangerous for this. So understanding is good, no bad. But what is they are doing? They are doing wrong thing, no? Because everybody won't understand first is mind. So Sri Lanka here, our monks today have this problem. Somebody, so we can hear this YouTube. So others Dhamma discourses. So no more guys telling the non-soul Dhamma. Otherwise, no alive feel is here. So normally feeling is censoring feeling. It's not anybody. It's not. Yeah. It's a very worth, I think. So you know that normally that's how your lifestyle is going. How's your what do you think about that? That's your this Nibbana way, Nibbana path. So first is the knowledge is a Satya Jnana. Everybody know now this. This is Kruta Jnana is the second one. This is Kruta Jnana is the third one. So Satya Jnana is That's a Buddhist philosophy. What is Buddha explain this world? What is the truth is here? That one is a Satyajnana. What is a Krutanyana? It's a Krutanyana is a practically experience. You can get it. It's no doubt about it after that. That is why it is a Krutanyana. So many people are a Krutanyana try to do it. Yeah, it's okay. That's you can try it because well, you stimulus are coming, thoughts are coming. You can realize this one real or no. So someone understood it's not real. It's illusion. It's our mind. So it's a sound and forms and other five sense of feeling is there. No any other. These are together coming. That's the thoughts. So we explain this. Every thoughts have value inside, like a magnetic power, like electric power. So this type of this rhythm of going everybody, that's lifestyle. People talking about the they have birth, they have death, they have that's a death. They are thinking everything. They have birth, they have death, they have alive somebody. That's the existence feel is given this. So existence feel, otherwise the existence is chair, table, kindergarten time, that's a little baby. So he know that's now after chair, table, mother, father, everything is like a data. It's okay. But it's interesting. Interesting is is a uh, it's interesting one is it's not real. It's illusion. It's someone realizing how it's happening. He can find it. Buddha's word. Uh, so, uh, so normally you are living. So your mind is coming many things. So you would understand what happened here. So it's very worth. So that is why we want clear this Dharma, no doubt, because you know this doubt is not good. You know there's a Sakkaya Ditthi, Vicikiccha, Silabhata, Paramasa, Tum Sanyojana. It's a Buddha's word. Is three. There's a combining points. Your circle of birth. How is creating this your circle of birth? How is this is continually happening? That one is the Sankara, especially. So you can see, you can realize today how is our school teachers and Sunday school teachers, how is teaching? So everybody is teaching Buddha's subject. How is everybody is teaching this? So they don't know otherwise truth. How they are given perfect real. So how they explain others. How this kindergarten that's the age that as a Sunday school teacher or your school teacher, how is explain this Dhamma? Someone asking how is became a Buddhist, how is happening that? So how many people can given this answer, this question? I know these monks also struggling. They are struggling because that's a karma bhumi. They are teaching others karma bhumi. They are not talking about the mind creation. How is our mind is coming? So it's I think it's a huge misunderstanding. But whole this world, our world, I think most of people like this believing after they are thinking they are going heaven or death. That is why they are making everything, their house and everything is doing because they won't know the truth. Otherwise, they want life. They want this life keep. because you won't understand this Dhamma, you won't end in this circle of birth. How is you are doing this? You won't know the truth first. That's not only the Dhamma, not only the word, not only the any other type of subject. It's a real. It's your story. Every story is there. You can understand. It's very worth, yeah. So you have encourage. You want to encourage. You want to. That's a Buddha's word is the virya. Sada virya, sati samadhi prajna. Panch indriya dharma. So Buddha's word is 5. This Panch indriya dharma is Sada is satya, is a truth. Sada is a truth. Someone understood this Dhamma. He know the truth. He have that. That's a peaceful mind. That is the how is this coming? He haven't anything because he understand everything is sound and firm. So it's very worth, I think, understand first what is the happen here. So doctor also tried to explain that. So so this is the very worth point is our mind creation. That is our these senses, eye, ear, nose, mouth, skin type, these senses working. The senses don't we understand. So how is light is happening? How is sound also happening? How is this skin sensor, the hot and cool? How is happening? How is this? So you see, the unbelievable one is it's not outside anywhere. It's your mind. It's only the thought. Thought is not anywhere. You're thinking. This one is very special, everybody, to understand. So we won't talk about this today. Yes, it's the final day before yesterday. Also, we are talking. We discussed why all people in illusion. Why they not understand the truth? They don't know truth. Yeah, it's okay. It's our society. So our religion, so Buddhism, is like a other religious type. So they are talking about going to this heaven. They are thinking that they are someone doing the bad things. They are going evil. So this is happening because there's a generating the power. So someone don't know this Dharma. He know any other idea. He thinking is good. Good work is good. Yeah. Bad work is bad. Yeah. Good guys. The good work. The good guy is going heaven. Bad guy going heaven. But it's not really happening. So someone try to end in the suffering. He won't end the is bad experience. So people talking about pim power, it's a peanut and power, but they are trying to go in that way. They are trying to doing good things, and they are thinking about going after the good place. But you cannot realize this. It's not Buddha's way. Buddha left it because how do you know how much you have defilements? You don't know. That is how you how you how do you know you are doing? No, there's a many dana. There's a uh, so uh, try to there's a try to stop this suffering, sadness. That is the point of Buddha also given this point, ending the suffering. So suffering is there, something is here, something is not in here, nobody is here. So that's the type of ending the suffering. So suffering is happening someone. So they want somebody. Suffering is it won't be experienced. So you understand this Dharma, you are not in here. It's a process, it's a system. Every time is creating the one thought is the happening. It's not here. So this is understandable. So someone understood this Dhamma is okay. Karma bhumi is over. Action and effect Dhamma is on. So real is the coming in front, the cause and effect Dhamma. Because that illusion is over. So that one is the avidya, is a illusion. So it's very worth, I think, understand our sense of creations. Sense of creations is given this defilements and this world and everything. It's your inside is a senses are creating, your inside is power is generating, otherwise automatically is happening. So this power is going, this first is your vision, want to be right, bad ideas, guys. So more today also, like a Buddha's time. So not easy to explain the truth because how much you get in this, because you have experienced bad experience, the wrong experience, wrong vision you have. So, but you don't know it is wrong. You're thinking it is good, but it is wrong. Because that way, someone is doing something to find the Nibbana, but he's going wrong way. How is happening is not happening. That is why we won't talk about it. It's a very worth our story. It's not a syllabus. We won't verify. We won't clear this. So you can read that Tripitaka, the Buddha Jayan Tripitaka. So there's a sutra, there's a Pali, but single meaning sometimes you realize be careful, because so sometimes you can't see that, but you know this Dharma, you understand. So someone understood this Dharma. So that is a special, because without understanding this Dhamma, nothing to do anything. Everything is normally happening. Everything is normally happening. He thinking he is alive. He's doing everything. That is why he have sadness and suffering. So this is the point of understanding. It's want to be very clean. So this point is understand. So everything is sound and firm. So is after that. It's okay. Some period you are realizing practically. You are trying to do something because you are thinking, and you are thinking, your stimulus, your thoughts are coming, inside awareness is creation happening, inside awareness is creations happening. So that's the jnana. So you can feel it. It's not a thinking, it's a feel. It's a tranquility and peace and calm mind is coming. No inside pain, no inside burning. So this understand one. Yeah, but what you want is experience, because the experience is practically it's not after it's not believing, it's not trust. It's an experience you have. It's okay. That is a type of confirm what is that happen here. So we have experience. Many guys asking the knowledge. They are in knowledge. Many of them in knowledge. The inside the awareness, they are not. Their attraction is given inside awareness. You want you won't think this one. This someone is someone is looking the this way, especially this inside awareness. It's not a normal awareness. Normally awareness is somebody is doing something is there. That's a normally. But super awareness we are talking. Buddha's is a cause and effect. That's a vidarsana. Vidarsana is not a samatha. Samatha is a no more stimulus, no more thoughts. There's a no given to value. So samatha, we are talking about concentration meditation. Is not ending the suffering. It's not ending the defilements. So it's not ending the sadness, because there's a doing that leg cross sitting and briefing and exhaling and the concentration meditation people, but they don't know how is this soul is happening, how is this life feel is coming, how is this mind is creations. They don't know. That is why they are in illusion. They are thinking they are living outside. So they are thinking they are living outside. How they can find the truth? They can't do that, because various of animals have individually themselves have that's the world. This world is individually just everybody. That's their mind creations given, not anywhere. That is why it's not happening to outside. Someone thinking outside is not this Dhamma. It's your mind creations. So that especially is the your life feel, your soul. That creation is effort is that one. It's very special, I think. Is understand. The true Dhamma. The true Dhamma is talking about the truth. Dhamma is Buddhist philosophy. Most of them talking about Buddhist philosophy. But what's the truth? What's the real truth? What's really is happening? It's very worth everybody. So this I won't tell in this inside awareness. That's a super awareness. It's very worth. Because it's a jnana. Otherwise, Buddha's telling it's the jnana. How is So jnana is not a thinking, jnana is not a thoughts. Jnana is your inside is we are not talking about the normal awareness, because normal awareness is somebody won't thinking. Somebody think something, this chair table, or someone is thinking that chair is a chair. There's a inside is awareness is coming. Yeah, there is not chair. It's a sound and films. Normally, it's people. Normally, everything is normally is happening. But inside meditation is normally is everything is happening. But your inside is uh, that's no any value is coming. Every these thoughts, no values. That's understand. Finally, is coming. This what is the truth is somebody won't understood. So it's very worth. This is the point of I want explain this. That's a super awareness. That's the Adhigata Samadhi, Buddha's word. How is coming? That's a super awareness is normally is everything is here. Nothing happen anything. That is why. So that's a Buddha's word is Nisato Nijyo Sunyo. It's a Buddha's word is no being, no living being, nothing existent. That's a these thoughts are normally here. Otherwise, you can see, you can hear. Mind sense are also working. So everything is normal, but there's the inside. Not anybody is here. That's only the actions, creations. No one is doing otherwise. Nobody is here otherwise. It's a system is working. Mind creation is the working. That's the that's everything is normally you are doing. You are cooking or something. You are at home. Day-to-day activities is going, or someone is doing the job, or something doing. That's everything is you can do. There's no problem anything. Anywhere. Nothing happen. Nothing change anything. But your inside is not value is coming. That's the ending suffering. It's very worth. That one is how is coming. That's understand one. First, you want to know the truth. This is special. So, I like someone have question or something. So this non-soul Dhamma and the cause and effect Dhamma. So more people in action and effect, but it's not Buddha's word. But they can't understand this because there's a case is the books. There's a Renkai Chandramala Theros wrote books. Havanti Nibbana. So they are not that books haven't cause and effect Dhamma. They are talking only the action and effect. So they are given this our society to action and effect Dhamma. They are always talking about action and effect. It's a silly point because nobody is here who is the action and effect. But they are thinking they are in here. And how they can get this done? It's not easy. So more people today, whole world, is struggling here. They want truth, they finding, but it's not easy. How they can meet this Dhamma? How they can listen this Dhamma discourses? That is why I try to explain this Dhamma, English language. Because Sinhala Dhamma discourses I did more thousands, 4,000 over. So Sri Lankan guys, the who's talking Sinhala, know the Sinhala language. Yeah, more Dhamma discourses you can hear. But foreign guys, other guys, how this understand? They want this because this is the real one. How they understand? That is why they want English. I have to say, I want to do this. Actually, it's my duty. I want to do this English language. Yeah, it's coming day by day. Yeah, so I'm trying to explain is my side. So your side, you have, you want to encourage. You want this your side have. So especially is the Sandhitika Dhamma. No one can given easy. Because your inside is going to be coming. The truth is a experience. You want to experience otherwise. So someone can join with me and discussion what is how is the cause and effect and how is the action and effect done. Why people in action and effect? Yeah, it's okay. Why Sri Lanka here? You know, over there 90% over there in misconception. So they are thinking they are in Buddhist guy. I'm talking about the Buddhist people. Only the Buddhist people. So, Buddhist guys, I think, yeah, it's 90,000, 90 second. So 19 plus, I think. That's in misconception. They are in action and effect. Most of them. So same Buddhist time, Buddha's time. Buddha's time they are in action and effect otherwise. Buddha said Jatila Niganta Brahman. Today not Jatila Niganta Brahman. Today they are thinking they are Buddhist. That is why we are talking about Niganta Bhikshu. A Niganta is a Buddhist. Why? They are in action and effect. They don't know cause and effect. They are thinking action and effect, cause and effect. They are thinking everything is same, but it's not same. Action is effect. You are going, you want something outside. Action is effect, someone going outside is permanent because outside is real. No, that is why they are going that way. But inside meditation is a cause and effect. It's very rare. It's not common. It's not easily coming to you. You won't find it. That is right. It's okay. Somebody can join with me and your words given us. Terence and I. Someone can talk with me because this point is day before yesterday or we a few days ago we are discussed, but it's not enough. Yeah, many times I think I won't remember in this action and effect. What is the action and effect? What is the cause and effect? Because this is the point of your side. Is what's happened to you. That's very important, I think. It's a good thing is you don't worry about anything. Everything can be happen to happily. it's a good one, because I feel my feel is like that. So this era is very valuable in Sri Lankans. So other countries have some problems the same time, especially the next year. So they are thinking their wrong vision. So they are going that way today also. They are making many weapons, and they are making them very so this is destroyable items, weapons also. Very destroyable items. It's if you want again and again think about it. So especially is the action and effect them. So you remember something example is, so your baby, if you're married is okay. Your baby is coming to you with you sometimes office. So you're thinking this example, uh, this example is you. So normally that's a silly mind is, it's okay. They want to end in this suffering. So it's okay. The Buddha's time is also same now. They want to end in suffering. But how is happening? How is happening end in suffering? So you have really, this world is real. You're thinking this world is real. It's not happening. Suffering is here. Something is there. There's an existential field outside. But color is your eye. Is otherwise is the colors red, blue is coming to sound, but eye is given the light. These are together coming. That's the thought creations. Today is a move in that thoughts creations, but it's not real. So it's very special, I think. What is the real cause and effect Dharma? Someone know. It's very nice, I think. It's not easy, but it is okay. It's very worth, I think. Because existence feel how is coming. That's a sound and forms together. That's actually is, you can realize this practically. That's example like that different type of tuning pork. One time touching, there's a ting and tongue is sound is coming. There's the other side, someone is there. There's the tongue is coming. This is a type of, yeah. So
Therun Saranai, my dear Dhamma friends. As usual, we have gathered here to listen to another episode of Buddothpado sermons. So, before we begin, I would like to humbly pay my gratitude towards Buddothpado and Master for bringing up this hidden truth into the world. So, yesterday and day before yesterday, we talked about the perfections, or in Pali, they are known as paramitas. So there are 10 perfections that you could cultivate within you. But people used to so nowadays, most of the people, almost 99% of the Buddhists do believe that these paramitas would contribute for you to see the Nibbana. That is true. But at the same time, they used to believe that during this lifetime and the previous birth and next birth, what they have to do is before seeing the Nibbana, they have to collect or they have to cultivate these paramitas one by one. So with that intention, these Buddhists keep on engaging certain religious activities, rituals. That's why at least they try to observe Sil. So as the people who are in the mundane world, they believe they have to observe just basic 5 precepts in order to attain some amount from the Sila Paramita. So the best thing is to achieve the 8 precepts, to observe the 8 precepts or 10 precepts. But as the people who are in the mundane world are difficult, facing certain difficulties in observing 8 or 10 precepts, but they manage to observe 5 precepts. So they think that it will fulfill their Sila Paramita into some extent. So as such, another thing that you can see among Buddhists, so most of them tend to give their belongings to the poor ones, to the clerics, they tend to give alms. So thinking that this should fulfill the dana paramita. This will contribute to fulfill the dana paramita. So they think like that. So what they, as Buddhists, so in Sri Lanka you can see these practices everywhere, within every Buddhist, each and every Buddhist. So what they have been taught by the temple from by the adults, by their parents, is to give away things, give away things. So this is known as dana. So dana, they because they don't know the absolute way of cultivating this paramita within them, these people keep on doing those things, giving doing huge alms giving, offering flowers, offering certain things to uh, sanghas, and um, uh, give away food for the other people as well as the animals. So as such, they think that they they try to anyhow fulfill this dana paramita, expecting to fulfill the rest of the things in subsequent births. So what is their intention here? In a future life, in future birth, to achieve the nibbana state. So that's why they keep on collecting merits during these doing these activities, observing 5 precepts, giving alms, doing good in the society. So they think that they can fulfill these paramitas little by little. So they are so innocent in that aspect, because they don't know the truth. They don't know the real meaning of these paramitas. That's why they keep on doing these things, because they have been taught by the parents, by the teachers, by the reverend bhikkhus in temples. They keep on telling, you have not enough paramitas within you. That's why you keep on going in this sansaric cycle. So after feeding these sort of wrong concepts, the Buddhists are actually helpless. So they can't. They have been caged into a certain with a certain frame. Do these set of things, that these things are good things, and uh, uh, keep away much as possible from doing bad things. So that is all right. But these things are being taught in other regions as well. So when you ask a Hindu, do these people do this priest, Hindu priest, encourage the killings? No. Encourage stealing? No. Encourage mischievous behavior? No. Encourage telling lies? No. So even this Hindu religion, you can see that they are observing these 5 precepts. And also, you might have seen, they also give alms to the poor people, people who are in need, for the clergies, for the monks, for sangha. So what is the difference in between Buddhist practice and the Hindu practice? So they do the same thing. So why are there 2 different religions? So they do same thing. So they also offer flowers. They also offer incense sticks. And also they also offer candles or oil lamps. They also light oil lamps in front of their spiritual leaders. So we do the same thing as Buddhists. So what is the difference here? So we also, as Buddhists, we also keep thinking that we have to collect some more merits in terms of achieving better life in the future. So that will enable us to collect more merits. So if you have enough money, so you can give a lot of things to the others. So that will fulfill the dana paramita into a higher level. That will, and also, so if you can live a comfortable life, so it is very easy for you to observe sil. So that will again contribute to fulfill the sila paramita. So those things are there in Buddhist mind. So these concepts are wrong. So as I told you yesterday, each and every paramita, so there are 10 paramitas, 10 perfections. So these perfections can be cultivated in this very moment, in this split second. So Lord Buddha doesn't talk about future, past, or not even the present. So he every time talks about this fraction of second. So seeing the truth in this very moment will be the moment that you live. So this very moment is the moment that you live. So it is so profound kind of statement. So in that particular moment, you will be able to cultivate all these 10 perfections. So you don't wait and wait for a lifetime to, or wait until a next good birth to fulfill these paramitas. So these are wrong concepts. These concepts have been taught by our elders when we were small. But now we know, as we understood, as we realized the real truth, now we can straight away tell these are wrong concepts. So you have, what Lord Buddha said is, seeing the truth is in this very moment. So even you talk about paramitas, even you talk about buddhakshana, even you talk about whatever the jnana or three sciences, even you talk about 31 realms, even you talk about um, fading of defilements, all the things would happen in this, should happen in this moment, within this moment. It's that moment. So becoming a Buddhist also happens in this very moment. Fading of defilement also happens in this very moment. Going through this entire 31 realms happens in this moment. And traveling across all three stages, Rupa Bhumi, Arupa Bhumi, Kama Bhumi, Rupa Bhumi, Arupa Bhumi. It also happens in the same time, in this very moment. So becoming a Buddhist happens in this very moment. So cultivating those paramitas also happen in this very moment. So the acceptance of the 8 worldly conditions also happens in this very moment. So yesterday we talked about these things in depth. So it is so important. It is some kind of a concise version of this Dhamma. So when you realize this Dhamma, you can't talk about any other instance rather than this very moment. Because you begin to see this moment is the moment that you live. So if you are living in this moment, so all the 31 realms, all the eightfold paths, all the 10 perfections, all the 8 worldly conditions, all the 84,000 amount of Dhamma Skandha should be there in this very moment. So it is really, really, really shocking kind of a statement, isn't it? So there is a huge challenge in front of us. What is it? Understanding all these things. How these things have been concentrated into one single thought. So if you could see the impermanence of this very moment, the thought of this very moment, so 84,000 Dharma Skandha will be there in that particular moment. That means it includes all Kama Bhumi, Rupa Bhumi and Arupa Bhumi. It includes all 31 realms. It includes all cultivation of 10 perfections. It includes all acceptance of 8 worldly conditions. So it includes all 3 sciences, seeing through 3 sciences. It includes fading away the defilement, and it includes the ultimate achievement of state of Nibbana as well. See how profound this Dhamma is. There is no any religion in this world which can even compete with it, because that is the truth. Through this real Buddhism, it reveals the truth. So there won't be true truth in this world. There should be only one truth. So if you happen to see the truth, eventually you will become a Buddhist. So obviously, if you might be thinking, so if this moment includes everything, what is the purpose of learning all these different stuff? I mean, what is the importance of knowing these 10 perfections, 10 fetters, eightfold path, 8 worldly conditions, and 3 sciences? but and 31 realms, 3 different bhumis, Kama bhumi, Rupa bhumi, and Arupa bhumi, form world, sensual world, form world, and formless world. So you might be wondering why we are learning these things. So if it happened only in this very moment, in order to so I will give the clear explanation for that. In order to understand that very split second, that very fraction of the second, you have to understand. You should not be having any doubts in anywhere. So in order to iron out all the doubts, you have to know these things very well. But someone comes and tell, do I have to learn all these things to achieve the state of Nibbana? So your answer would be no. Your answer should be no. Because if you are curious enough, you can learn those things. So it depends on the level of your understanding. But if you are not capable enough to understand all these things, so that is all right. He also can achieve the state of Nibbana. Doing what? Seeing what? Seeing the impermanence nature of this illusion. Understanding that he himself also living in that particular illusion. So that is very sufficient to enter into the path. One day, Rahula asked Lord Buddha, Rahula, you know, the son of Prince Siddhartha. So after becoming Buddha, that little child entered into the Jetavanarama and asked, so entered into the Jetavanarama. Then Lord Buddha wanted to give some insight about this Dhamma. So he explained this Dhamma in very concise way to this little Rahula. So what Lord Buddha said to Rahula is, Rahula, the world that you see is similar kind of a thing that you see your same reflection when you lean on top of a clear water or a basin of a clear water, basin containing clear water. So when you lean on top of this against this again a clear water basin, so you would able to see your own reflection as well as the rest of the worldly things through this water. So Lord Buddha said it is somewhat very similar thing to your absolute world as well. So you are also, so in the water there is no a person there. There is no trees surrounding things. So only only a reflection. So if you look down and see, you will see it. If you don't look at it, you won't see it. So the same thing happens in the real world as well. So as long as you think that you are in this world, you would take this world as real. So if you understand this world is not kind of a real thing, so you will lose the value of the world. So that means you will realize this world as an illusion. So that small amount of extract of Dhamma is sufficient for anyone who couldn't understand, anyone who can't understand this uh, Dhamma in depth. So what you want to tell them is the world is, try to look at this world as a mirage. The world you live in is not a true thing, is not a real thing. As long as your senses are working, they will create a world for you. That includes your mind also. So mind also behave as another kind of a sensor. So collectively all these 6 senses create a world for you. As long as you think this created world as real, so you will be there as a living being in that same world. But if you could be able to realize that the senses are the main contributory factors for creating this kind of a world, so you don't feel like it is a really existing world, because different animals perceive same thing in different ways. So we see the chair as in red color, but animals who do not see this red color, I mean the animals who are colorblind can't see the red color. In their world, this same chair will be seen as a black and white object. So in their world, there are no colors. Our world, there are some colors, but there may be certain elements who have more vibrant colors in their worlds. So just think for a little while, what would be the real world? So none of the animals, including ourselves, haven't seen the real world yet. So ability to see the real appearance of the real world is only goes beyond the level of your senses. So that ability the human have this ability because humans have the thinking capacity higher thinking capacity when compared with the other animals. That's why the humans are the one who could understand the reality in this world. So that's why as Lord Buddha said, being a human is a very rare opportunity, and finding this Dhamma during his lifetime is rather rare incidents. But now you have found this, now you are listening to this real truth. So the treasure trove is here. So the jewel now being revealed in this world. So you are seeing this jewel. So only thing what you have to do is get use of it. Get the use of it. So I think as we talked earlier, the seeing the world as an unrealistic thing, unreal thing, and also understanding you yourself also includes in the same unrealistic world is sufficient for you to attain the state of nibbana. So you don't want to worry about learning about 3 realms, 31 realms, 3 different bhumis, and 8-fold paths, and all these things. But even without knowing these things, you can achieve. You can feel the truth. You will be able to feel the truth. So only thing what you have to do is to follow the instructions that were given by Lord Buddha to the Prince Rahula, little monk Rahula. So try to see the world as an illusion, as a mirage. So that is very sufficient to become a Buddhist. So how can it starts to begin to apply to your day-to-day life? Why not? It is very easy. So if you hear something, so at the beginning you will argue. You can recall what you have learned. So the sound is a product of your ear. It has not come from outside. So it is not a real thing. So have the other animals heard the same sound in the same way? No. So certain animals might they might not heard anything. But as a human, you heard these things. That's why you keep on responding these things, these sounds. So if it is not heard by the other animals, so could it be a real existing thing in the world? No. So the sound that you heard is not a really existing thing in this world. As you are having these kind of receptors, you heard these things. So similarly, if you take the eye or the light, so is this light can be seen by every animal in this world? No. For certain animals, they can't even move in the sunlight because they don't see. They can't see at the daytime. So they have to wait until the night time comes to resume their day-to-day activities. So this day or the light is not a really existing thing. So if it is so, can you think your eye is a real thing? No. So what you see as the chair now, the red color chair. So It has been created with these names and forms. Combination of ditta, sutta, mutta. Ditta means what you see, sutta means what you hear, mutta means what, the contact. So any object that you deal with, that you interact with, have been formed with combination of all these three things. So if these three things are not real things, so is there any chance of becoming this chair a real one? No, how could it be? It is another kind of a perception. So that perception have been created as a result of combining all these three unrealistic perceptions. So combining of unrealistic perceptions, will there be any kind of a chance to create a real kind of chair? No. The chair is also an illusion. It is not real. So likewise, just try to apply this knowledge, this understanding for each and every perception that you perceive around you. So if you see the cupboard, you can apply that knowledge. If you see the bed, you can apply. You can see the fan, you can apply this knowledge. And if you see your own kids, you can apply that understanding. So you are the one who is telling they are your kids. So, and you are the one who is telling that this is your mother. So for someone else, for him, she might be his sister. For your father, she is his wife. So even within the human community, there are so many differences of perceiving a similar person. The ways of perceiving this different same person, even in the community, is different. It has a huge differences. So how could it be your mother? So why you were given some sort of an idea in your childhood that this figure is called as your mother. So from that day onwards, you took that figure. So that figure had been formed from the name and the form. So that figure as your mother. So as I said earlier, now your mind, when similar kind of perception get formed, it recalls the previous name, previous instance. So that's why you keep on telling, this is my mother, this is my mother. So this mind is also not true. It also behaves as another sensor. So in the sensors, you can't consider them as these sensors, you can't consider them as real things. What they do is they keep on producing different kind of perceptions. So eye keeps on producing light, ear keeps on producing sound, skin keeps on producing contact, pressure, temperature or heat, and pain, and tongue keeps on producing taste. It may be bitter taste, sweet taste, salty, and sour taste. So likewise, your nose will be producing some sort of smells, different sort of smells, and ultimately your mind keep on producing more and more thoughts. So now, even if you see the chair right now, but your mind keeps on producing similar kind of chairs. So you are the one who is thinking that I am remembering the sofa in my living room when I see this chair. And also, I am the one who is keep remembering, or it recalls me the day I bought this chair. So see how your mind behaves. So it can generate more and more thoughts. So why it produced more and more thoughts? Because this particular perception got a similar has a similar kind of vibration frequency with the other subsequent thoughts. That's why you keep remembering the similar kind of thoughts in that particular instance. So this is the way how you keep remembering these things. Actually, you don't keep them stored in your brain. What happens is, as you feel some sort of perception, it is capable of resonating or telepathizing with similar kind of perceptions, which has same frequency. So all these perceptions will now come into you as thoughts. So you name it that you are the one who is remembering all these things, but it is not. It keeps coming automatically because everywhere resonance or telepathization takes place. Whenever there are two similar frequencies are there, so they start resonating each other when one begins to vibrate. The other one also start to vibrate along with that first vibration. So same thing happens here as well. So that's why we tell the mind is also behaves as another sensor. So seeing the impermanence nature of the sensors is sufficient for you to understand the world that you live is completely an illusion. And also that you, the figure, the notion of you, also there in that same world as a thought. So you are the one who is knowing your age. So it has been there as a thought, stored within you as a thought. And your profession, your incidences which happened in your childhood, all these things are there as thoughts. So when some incidents happen in this very moment, it get telepathized with previous instances with similar frequencies. That's why you keep recalling these instances. Actually, there is no person here. There is no person who is thinking about his previous instances. So these previous instances, perceptions will automatically come due to the resonance that is happening in this very moment. So that's why it is able to recall you different kind of things with similar nature. So we'll say if you see an orange right now, so you might be remembering something related to the orange color. Maybe a monk who is wearing a yellow color or orange color robe. Maybe a king coconut. So all the things, maybe some kind of a flower that you have seen many, many years back. So all these perceptions come at the same time. So what was the trigger point? Giving a signal, giving a perception, or giving a voice trigger to your brain, to your mind. That the voice, the trigger was the orange. So as I tell you the word orange, some people might be thinking about an oranges. Some people might be thinking about the orange color. So orange colored flower. So some people might get a figure of a monk who is wearing a orange color robe. See how these things happen. Because this auditory signal is capable of resonating with more or less similar frequencies. So all these frequencies get telepathized to each other in this very moment. That's why you keep remembering all these things in this very moment. But these are not real things. These are mental formations. So you, as you take these things are real, so you can't think that you are no longer here. Because as you think, as you believe that these things are really existing, it automatically creates or give rise to a person who is perceiving that existing thing. So you have been automatically get created. So whenever you take something is real, so you will get created then and there unknowingly with that particular thought. But if you could able to see this every thought as illusions, so there is no chance for creating a self who is perceiving these illusionary things. Because definitely even you see the chair in front of you, with the understanding it is just a mental fabrication. Nothing to be taken as real there. It has been created with combination of Ditta Sutta Mutta. So all these Ditta Sutta Mutta things are not real. Your senses are not real. So that means that understanding can be applied to this very instance of seeing this chair. So now you see the chair, but you don't feel like it is existing. So if it is not an existing thing, will there be any chance to create a self who is perceiving it? No way. So that is the way how self gets disappeared. when you begin to see the impermanence nature of this thought. This is the moment that you will become a Buddhist, because you see the impermanence nature, you see the anatta state, the non-soul state in this very moment. This is the moment that you are becoming a Buddhist, not from the birth certificate, not from the birth. Just because your mother and your parents are Buddhist, so inherently you got the badge of the Buddhist badge. So it is there in the birth certificate, but you are not a Buddhist. If you couldn't able to see the truth here, truth in this very moment. So truth is nothing other than that, seeing there's no individual person in this very thought. In other way, we can say it is the penetrative insight that you gain once you understood this Dhamma. So that penetrative insight will then begin to apply for the subsequent thoughts as well. So as in the previous example, when I tell the word orange, you remember a monk who is wearing a yellow colored robe. So it is again a thought, but you know that thought is also not kind of real thing. It is also a mental fabrication, creation. With what? With these main senses. So this, there is no any possibility of becoming this word, this thought, a real thing. So again, you will able to understand, you will able to realize that particular thought is also not a real thing. So in that very instance, there is no chance of creating a self to perceive that thing. So in that second thought also, you have become a Buddhist. So then what happens? This basic understanding will then starts to apply automatically to whatever the thoughts that comes after. So that is known as Vipassana meditation. So this Vipassana meditation is not some sort of another, some kind of meditation method that you do in quiet, calm position. No need. This Vipassana is happening everywhere, every thought. So you know very well, you can't stay without thought. Every time you keep on remembering certain things, you keep on seeing certain things, you keep on hearing certain things. So every time thoughts get formed. So what you have to do is, you have to have certain courage, a certain will to see the unrealistic nature of these each and every thoughts. So that is the skill that you have to develop. So that is known as Kosalaya. So that is the Prajna Paramita. Prajna means the wisdom. So ability to see through this illusion is known as Prajna. So that is how you could develop your Prajna within you. So that will fulfill the Prajna Paramita as well. So likewise, and also with this understanding, you don't feel like assigning certain value to these worldly perceptions, because you know very well now they are not real, they are just perceptions. So what is the point of assigning different values on them? So what is the purpose of declaring an ownership on them? So you will definitely let them go. So that is your Nekkhamma Paramita. So see, in this very moment, everything happens in this very moment. So I didn't talk about something that happened in your previous birth or something will be happening in your next birth. No, this paramita get cultivated in within during this thought, in this moment. So the renunciation will automatically happen, and also the the stillness, the tranquil nature will begin to grow within you. That is the Sila Paramita. Sila means get get getting know, getting. Sila means understanding how this sankhara collectively creates these uh, words, um, thoughts, and um, mind perceptions. So when you understand everything, so you will become unshakable. So you will accept everything. You begin to accept everything as the nature, as the norm, as the way how this nature rolls out. So you don't feel, um, you don't try to interfere with this, because you know there is no person here to interfere with it. So what is the purpose of becoming sad over these situations? So your sadnesses will vanish. So what will then begin to grow? The blissful feel, the anatma feel, the sukha feel, the sukha feel, the feeling of sukha. So that feeling had never been felt during your lifetime. It is a brand new kind of a feeling. So it feeling only be achieved when you absolutely entered to the state of Arahatun. So in that state of Arahatun, so there will be no any um, feelings to entertain your senses any longer, because you know very well that these senses are not real. So what is the point of keeping on entertaining these things? So the temptation will be lost. So that is the known as arahathood. So I think this Dhamma is so profound and so unique. So you might not have heard this kind of Dhamma during your lifetime. I'm pretty sure about that. So this is an opportunity. This is a golden opportunity. Don't waste this opportunity. So take it into your hand. Try to understand as much as you can. So you have a certain responsibility to do some kind of a justice. to your own samsaric cycle. So you have been born as a human to end this samsaric journey. So you have a huge responsibility on top of your both shoulders. So you should understand this Dhamma. You have to realize it anyhow, and you have to keep the full stop your samsaric cycle from during this birth, in this moment. So, Theruvan Saranai, we can meet tomorrow as well. And thank you for listening.